There's nothing wrong with money. Even the Bible speaks more about money than heaven. For God so loved the world that he gave. We give because we love. We don't give to love. You get the difference? Eric, I have a question. Eric, I have this question. Eric, I have that question. A very, very warm welcome. Thank you. My name is Eric, if you're new here. The other one is Omondi. Can you believe it? Even me, I can't. Eric Stories and Ask Eric is a platform where we try and suss out some of the difficult questions. It's always possible that what is easy for you is difficult for somebody else. And so all questions are welcome. In Swahili, we say kuuliza sio ujinga. If you're watching this from the Caribbean, it simply means asking is not foolishness. So please ask away. How do you do that? At the tail end of this cast, every episode has a number running down the screen. What you want to do, be you in Kenya or away from Kenya, if you just simply added +254 on that number, you can send me a video. I'll suss out the video, check it out, and I'll make sure to play it if you want a video played, or you can send a voice note, whatever you're comfortable with, and I'll make sure to answer whatever question you may ask. We don't speak at one another, we speak with one another. And so I value all of your feedback. Please use the comment section to share your perspective, share your mind with me about what you think we can do to make this show better, because it's for you. I do this just for you. The question that came in today is, Eric, what are some of the things girls do from a man's perspective that turn men off? That has been the question. You've heard the question. So, umesikia kicheza hapo. What are some of the questions that girls do from a man's perspective that you find turn men off? And I went about and asked around and read about, and then I have, as always, some of my own experiences from the opposite sex that I felt, that doesn't sit well with me. Are you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready? I have a feeling it's going to be exciting. Now, the purpose of knowing is doing. The reason we do this show is not just merely for entertainment. My prayer is that we do better. When we know better, we do better. I've made a vow to become better in my eating habits, to become better in my conversations, in my conduct, in my character, with my family members, with my friends. Better is good. So don't just watch these and go away and do the same things that we are saying can be injurious in your relationship. First, on top of my mind, when a woman you're dating doesn't respect your privacy, okay? If I've lined up a file of documents, say my title deeds in a particular drawer, I've left my laptop lying around in the living room, or I've left my phone lying around somewhere in the bedroom, and I go for a quick run and I come back and I can sense, because it's mine, I know which file was open last. Then I come in and you were scrambling and looking through the documents, and what are you looking for? What exactly are you looking for? So if you don't respect his privacy or her privacy, it reeks disrespect and distrust. And especially if I've not given you a reason to distrust or disrespect me, then I'll start wondering, are we really on the same page? And should I be having somebody who I have to look over my shoulders about every so often? And it can actually dent the relationship. And if that persists, you might find yourself single, because nobody wants to live with somebody who is a tick. You're sucking. You're always looking. You're always looking for drama. Nobody wants that. If a healthier stance for me would be, if you feel you need clarity on something, if there's an information that you need to double check, then you can just ask me. And if you're healthy, I'll tell you, the documents are for X, Y, and Z. The WhatsApp message is for X, Y, and Z. And the file is for X, Y, and Z. Snooping has two dangers. Number one, you'll read something and because you don't have the context, then you will start building up a case in your mind about something that doesn't exist. Okay? Let's say I've said, thank you, dear. Thank you so much for the information. And yes, that was amazing. I enjoyed myself. Now you start driving to work and the salon wondering, what was amazing? No. What was amazing? What was amazing? And who is Doris? And why is he daring Doris? And you see, you build a case, which again will build into a resentment from you. So why don't you just ask? You know, I saw the other day your phone rang and a Doris called. Who is Doris again? I don't remember Doris in your list of friends. I'll be like, Doris. Doris is one of the lovely ladies who now shoots these podcasts that I began. Yeah. Oh, okay. Oh, the lady who we met there. Yeah. That's Doris. You see? You've allayed all fears instead of snooping around. So I would say, number one, when she doesn't respect your privacy and she goes around looking for errors, you know, there are women and men who have a problem for every solution. And I hope you're not one of them. Every solution, they have a problem. It can't just be Doris. It can't just be Doris. It can't just be that Doris I saw. Tell me the truth about which Doris it was. Huh? Why are you building up a fire? So privacy is very important. We are individuals first before we are an item. And that space, individuality is sacrosanct. And we have to keep that going. Secondly, on top of my mind, asking for money. Asking for money. I'm going to the salon. Do you feel motivated to, do at least their clerics? I need to feel like I have a man. I need to feel like I have somebody. I feel, especially if we are not committed like that. One of the things people don't understand money is value. Money emanates from your essence. Money is very, 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 very deep. So after calling you twice and meeting you once for coffee, and you give me a bill for your sister locks, which is 65,000 shillings, to test how serious I am in the relationship, surely we'll kiss her. You just think about it. Now I should show you my seriousness by sending you 70,000, 5K for transport and 65 for your hair, so that you see if I am very, kama mimi ni mwanaume kamili. Money is attracted to value. Money is attracted to work done. Money is not dispensed because you have a tiny waist. Money cannot be dispensed because you have dimples. And certainly money is not given because you have pristine and white teeth. People give out of love. Every person I've ever been with in a relationship, I give to them because I love them. You see, there's an idea here, and I want you to think about this very critically. Gifts are more important not because of how much they are worth, but the giver of the gift far supersedes the gift. Did you get that? The giver of the gift is far more important than the gift. So if you like me enough, it matters little that I've sent you 65,000 after 2 weeks of talking to you. The gift is the icing on the cake, but I am the cake. But we have women and men walking around demanding things so that they test the seriousness of the relationship using things. Relationships far outweigh real estates. Houses mean nothing if they don't have people living in them. Cars mean nothing if you park a Rolls Royce after 17 months of nobody driving it, it will break down at the parking lot. So people have more value than things. Wilkister, you cannot place value on the things people give you more than the people themselves. So if you go around dating so that you get something and you qualify people based off of what they've given you, then you have another thing coming. The other idea is this. If I have $800 billion and I've bought you a small Vitz and latest phone, okay? It's costed me all in all 2 million Kenyan shillings. Does that mean I value you? Will you go strutting to your friends and say, he's bought me a car and a phone, so I'm valued? How do you measure value? How do you measure value? Something to think about. So I think part of why we are hell-bent on asking people for money would be because we've not met people we like or who like us back. There's nothing wrong with money. Even the Bible speaks more about money than heaven. For God so loved the world that he gave. We give because we love. We don't give to love. You get the difference? I will give you because I love you and we are in communion. But I will not be required to give so that you love me. There's a name for that, and it's not a good name. Okay? So I've heard it said many times online, money is important. Oh, money, 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 money. But if you find yourself wanting money more than you want the person, then you're in a different trade. Okay? So you can ask for money, but where is the context? When are you asking for money? When are you asking for money? A lady once told me that if I meet you twice, the third time, surely I've made an effort. Send me money to come see you and send me money back. And I was asking her, supposing money was not an issue, supposing you had all the money to come and meet me, what else would you want? And then I asked her, if I came to you those 3 times, what would you need money for? But money is important. Just give me money. Really? So I could go on about this money thing. I love to give money, but anytime we feel the pressure or a demand to give money, seldom will anybody give you. If you asked me for money and I was planning to give you 50K, I'll give you 5. So something worth thinking about. Okay? Something worth thinking about. Any sensible guy who likes you, who think you're worthy of their time, then what you simply will do is you be you, and they'll give you the money. Okay? But when your motivation is money, even with God as a Christian, if I go to God and all I'm saying is, Father, please, money. Tuesday, Father, please, money. Wednesday, Father, please, money. It's off. They give you because they love you. They don't give you so you love them, if you get the drift. So I would say number 2, asking for money. You ask for money too soon, don't ask. Have a sense of somebodyness. You have your own job, you have your own work, there's something that you're doing. Have a sense of somebodyness. I'm happy if you said, I would love to see you, but my car is being serviced. Unless it's done, maybe I'll come, but now I can't. If they're sensible and they like you enough, they'll be like, oh my goodness, you didn't tell me about that. Let me come pick you up. But hey, okay, my car is being serviced. In fact, if you can promote me so that after 3 weeks, it's a bit off. Further down the road, there's a scripture I like. It says there's a procedure and a time to do everything. I think it's in Ecclesiastes 8. Go read it. And then there's another one that says, in every matter, there's an appropriate way and an orderly way to do things. So maybe save off your yearning for his money until a couple of weeks down the road. Days in, it looks bad on you. Okay? And I say this with love. Bringing up the past is another thing I think a lot of men have shared with me they don't like, that women do. I remember you did this. I remember it was a Saturday in 2004. I remember, and I will never forget. If we've talked about it and have apologized and we've buried the hatchet, why do you bring it up? Why do you bring it up every week? Why do you bring it up every anniversary? Why do you bring it up? You decided to stay in the relationship. I made an error. I owned up to my error. Why is it important that we have a birthday and a little heart for the problem that I caused 15 years ago? Can we bury it completely? And who does it serve when you keep bringing it up, bringing it up, bringing it up? You know that it makes me feel bad. You know that it makes me feel small. You know that it makes me feel really, 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 really dreadful. Why do you keep bringing it up? So I think a sweet spot between agreeing that you are grieved and deciding to bury the hatchet and conducting a funeral and singing the dirges and then moving on with life is very important. Another thing I like to say about these issues between couples, if we have a perspective that is healthy, which is Eric and Mary against the problem, it serves better than Eric and Mary fighting against each other. We are for one another, we are against that thing. So if you understand that that thing that happened to us, which unfortunately I was the causal, is not against you and me, it's you and me against that thing, then you won't bring it up. So don't bring up the past. She cheated, she apologized, you agreed to continue the relationship, stop bringing it up. It's torturous. Being overly critical are cousins to bringing things in the past. some healthy criticism is permissible, but there are people who are overly critical, overly critical, overly critical. You're criticizing, especially mundane things like his driving. I know this lady who used to like telling me, "You're parking funny, you're going funny, yeah, da, 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 da." And I would just say, "What if I parked funny? Why don't you just wait for your turn to park? Because you'll drive and then you can park whichever way you want to park." Now we have to make a whole mountain of how I am driving. So that excessive criticism has its place and it can take a toll on somebody. Disrespect. A lot of women I talk to, including my family members, when I say, respect is to love what, respect is to men what love is to women, they're like, what does that even look like? And this is how I normally explain it. Women understand unconditional love. If today the person you're married to or dating said, "I will only love you if you come and cook this weekend," you will throw bananas. You'll be like, "What? Ati, I cook so that you love me?" Hi. Stay with your love. But if a man says, "I desire unconditional respect," then you start feigning amnesia. You're like, but respect is earned. So you understand unconditional love, but you don't understand unconditional respect, right? So what is respect? Respect is to praise. When you have a gazillion of things to criticize him over, you choose to praise him. You say, "I really, really appreciate that you drive me to the airport." And you're choosing to neglect that he parks funny. You see the difference? "I don't know what I would have done without you. You came and picked me from the airport." That's very kind of you. I felt very safe with you attending to my bags and bringing me back home. Thank you, honey. Not, "How do you park?" Even the way you reverse park is it's giving feminine energy. What? Okay? So in the state of criticize, praise. Respect is to speak kindly to words. For instance, "You are right, but you can be wrong at the tone of your voice." Hizi risiti ni za nani unanipea ugonjwa? What? That's crazy. You can be right but wrong at the top of your voice. So timbre, your tone, how you speak to people, when you address matters. There are guests all over the sitting room, and that's the time you start saying, "Aoshagi vyombo, he cannot help you. Even these kids, I changed all the diapers myself." Such a useless man. Is that constructive? That's not constructive. Okay? He says, "Please get me water." And he says, "You know where the water is, stop giving me a headache." And there are 100 guests in the sitting room. So you can be right but wrong at the top of your voice. You want to really gauge to see, what are you saying, how are you saying it, when are you saying it. Overposting excessively on social media. That's another thing. With your very, very intimate sections of your body for full display. You're posing like this, you pose like that, you pose like this. You know those poses. So a lot of men would not tell you, but it's giving community organizer. There's an intimate bit of us that we are supposed to share that is not for the public. And this goes both ways. If you're dating somebody who drinks himself into a stupor and he posts himself talking cack online, you feel some type of way. You're just like, why are you, like, can you just tone it down a little? So if you have decent pictures of yourself, maybe you're by the beach in your nice bikini, sour, but every 2 hours, a selfie, your cleavage, your bottom is down, your back, your inner thigh. It's just screaming, "I'm available. I'm not married at all, at all. I don't have anyone." And I think it can be self-deprecating. Okay, so most men will not tell you. Some can just be like, But I think there's a certain level of sophistication that people expect you carry yourself with, even online, when you're in a decent relationship. Lack of accountability is another one. You've been caught in a blunder, you did something injurious, something heinous, something that was injurious to the person you're dating in the relationship, and you come to, every time they bring it up is, "But see, even you." No. Now that we're accusing each other, see, even you normally do that. No. Stop saying I came home late. Even you. You left the baby. I was out on safari. The baby was hungry. You came back at 2 a.m. That is not responsible. Your comeback cannot be even you. No. I really am sorry. To be very honest, we are out with the girls. I got carried away. I had called in a nanny. I didn't know they had absconded and I left early because my phone was off. This is an honest mistake. I plan to do better next time. I am really sorry. This is how I plan to make such decisions going forward. Not even you, kwani you, how many times have you come at 2 a.m.? Yeah, I come back at 2 a.m. once and then now it's just a case. Even you. So take accountability. Be remorseful. Tell me how you're going to make reparations going forward. How are you going to fix this thing going forward? Be a repairer. Don't be somebody who is, wacha yaribike, kachome, we are burning this house. Okay? So apologize when you're wrong. A heartfelt apology. Not, will you eat? That's not an apology. Not, do you like this lingerie? That's not an apology. Not, it's been a while since we did fellatio. Can you have fellatio? That's not an apology. Own your malevolence. Own your mistake. Say, you know what? I see how this was injurious to you. This has really hurt you. And I'm so sorry to be the cause of your heart. Going forward, when I know there is not going to be a nanny, I will check with the neighbor so that the child is attended. And one of the other things I've also decided that we are going to put CCTV around the house, so I'll be monitoring every movement. If I see anything untoward, I'll come back home. But I really am sorry. Use that time to apologize. The next time he commits an error, you pick his error. But today, you are apologizing for your own mistakes. Lack of appreciation is another thing that is off-putting to me. When you are always, nothing good can be done to you. You are picked in the rain, you didn't come early enough. Somebody takes you for dinner, that restaurant is funny. You couldn't have gotten a better restaurant. Somebody tries and dresses up to take you out somewhere. You look funny in these jeans, I've always told you. You don't appreciate. Nothing ever is good for you. They call you. Yesterday you were supposed to call. Today is when you're calling. They explained why they didn't call yesterday. Okay? So I have a sense of an attitude of gratitude. Look for a wonder in everything, even the most mundane things. Even mundane life is life after all. Just be grateful. It goes a long way. They've bought you airtime worth 100 bob. It's not much. You have 100,000 in your bank account. But say thank you. Don't 100 bob. You should have given this to a cat. Lack of appreciation takes away from effort. Or they bought you something, you refuse to wear it. You could say, you know, I would really like it in another color. Is it okay if we change it? But I love the dress. But they're like, yeah. Okay? Don't compare him with other people or other men. Don't say things like, you know, my ex used to last. I did not mean for Mwami being funny. He used to last. Yeah. He would last and last and last and last and last. You struggle with lasting. You have a clean heart, but you struggle with lasting. You don't last. What? My ex-boyfriend was very adventurous. You know, one day we were just lying in bed. He says, can we do Mauritius? Mauritius, yeah. But you are a homebody. But I've just come to accept you. But I miss Mauritius. What? What are you doing now? Phoebe, what's going on here? Comparison is a thief of joy. Okay? So appreciate. Learn to see the good in everybody. Learn to see the good in everybody. Not everyone